Hello, ladies, and welcome back to Podcast 89. Create a Springland Bank Fund with two or three of your trusted ladies here. We're going to go more in depth with the land fund and becoming a private investor because you ladies have requested it. I am so excited everyone's here. For those ladies that are new, hello, I am Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy spring to many of you. I don't know where you are when you're going to be seeing this, but we're preparing for spring. This is a season of planting, the season of renewal, the season where what you put in the ground must multiply. And today we're not just talking about buying the land, turning around, flipping it, or developing or subdividing, which we absolutely love all those things. Again, go listen to other podcasts. We talk about all these different things that we do with just the raw land. You don't have to maintain it or anything like that. We're talking about building something bigger, ladies. And we're talking about creating a spring land fund. And for a lot of you that have been listening to this, we hear you. You like to lend your money backed up by real estate and get a nice little double digit return, 10%, 15%, whatever it may be when you partner with other ladies here. And I know two of you have already done it. So kudos to you. We should get you guys here on the podcast so you could discuss it. I think that would be great. Because I know a lot of people are scared, like, okay, I'm going to lend 100K. How am I going to get it back? Or what's going to happen? And we discuss all that in our private little meetups. So if you're interested, make sure you follow Sister Land Investors. Go get the book, go join the course. And again, we do have these little meetups from time to time. I highly recommend to start off with another lady that's been doing it for a while or with us ladies. Yes, 2 to 3 trusted women would be great because when you have more than one, the amount that you put into the fund is smaller, so you don't risk as much. So yes, you can start with like 3 or 4 ladies here. Okay, let's start off really quick why women should invest together. All of us women here should start investing together. Let me ask you something. Why do men build funds together? Have you ever asked yourself that? This is dominated by men, and I see a lot of them come together, pull money together, help one another. Us women should do the same thing. Pull capital, leverage relationships, but women feel like they have to do it all alone. And I used to be that way. I know I've spoken about it in the past podcasts and we'll get into it some other time, but don't try to do everything by yourself. Ladies, there's a large group of ladies here just in your community that are willing to lend funds. Don't feel like you have to do it alone. I know somewhere along the way we were taught don't mix money and friendships. Be careful. Just rely on your husband. Don't take many risks. Stay calm, Elizabeth. Don't take many risks with your money. But here's the truth. When you structure it correctly, ladies, women investing together is extremely powerful. We collaborate naturally. We do have that intuition. Use it for your advantage, especially as moms and women. I think we have it a little higher. The intuition's a little more keen, and we should use that to our advantage. We collaborate naturally. We communicate better. We think long term, and we protect our families. That's our main goal, protecting our families. So I think we're better investors. This is why I feel like we may be having a little more of an advantage than men because I think we tend to do this better. The communication, the being more empathetic, the listening ear. We protect our families. All these little things, which are huge things, are very useful in our business, in our land fund. And land investing is one of the safest and the simplest asset class to do this with. Because we don't have a home to fix or toilets or ceilings that are falling down or termites or foundation issues. None of that. It's just raw land, dirt. So that's the safest and it's simplest. And it's a great way to dip your feet into real estate. You're not building a tech startup. You're not gambling on crypto. You're buying a piece of earth. You're buying the dirt. It's very safe. And if you structure it correctly on paper, game changer. What is a land bank fund? I'm going to keep it extremely simple for ladies that never walked into the real estate market and you're like, this is new to me. I've never invested. I've never done any of this in real estate. Land, I think, is the safest asset there is. you grab a couple women, 3, 4, 6, whatever it is, your group, pull the funds together, and then you turn around and buy either a little 10-acre parcel or 30-acre parcel, and you turn around and sell or finance it for monthly income that you split or share together, or you turn around and flip it to a developer that's going to make a community, a subdivision in that area. And again, you share the profits. It's extremely simple. It doesn't need to be complicated. There's nothing you need to do. You just buy it as is and sell it as is. We sometimes split it, subdivide it, or now we started doing subdivisions. So whatever your forte is, but I would start simple. Buy the land and sell it as is for a profit. I'm going to give you a quick example for all the ladies here listening. When we first started, I used up all my money, and then my husband's savings, and then my sister's. It's fine if you have savings and you have enough to pay your bills, but if I had to do it all over again, ladies, I would use other people's money, and I'll say it over and over. Why? Because one, you have your savings. So anything goes sour, you can pay them off with your savings. Two, you partner up with someone that already knows this. Again, the example that I want to give, when we found a great property, we went into the community of men because it's mostly dominated by men. And we asked, we have this amazing property. It's $150K that they want. And I know we could sell it for $250 minimal. What are your thoughts? We sent them all the information. They looked over it. They reviewed it, and they jumped on it. They literally jumped on it. They said, yeah, here's the funds. I want 10% back. I didn't put anything. We put zero. We sold it for 250 and do the math. So this is a great way to start. Again, if you want to do it with other women, you don't have to get one woman. You get 3, 4, 5. I think it's beautiful. You divide, everyone conquers, and you split your profits. Another group of ladies here in the community, they all contribute 10,000. All three put 10,000 to buy it for 30,000. So they bought the 3 little lots for 8,000, plus they budget the closing and the reserves. And then they turn around and sold it for 20K each lot at owner finance, which a lot of people love owner finance because, again, they don't want to use all their savings to buy a lot, and then they still have to build and etc. So if you owner finance it, you're going to get more pull. And I think it's great because you get that monthly income without doing anything. The check comes into your savings or checking accounts every single month. So they owner financed it for minimum 5 years. They collected 3,000 down. So each one got 1,000, and they got monthly incomes. Now your fund is collecting 900 per month. Isn't that amazing, ladies? Split 3 ways is 300 per woman a month extra with the interest. So your money is working for you while you're at your work, while you're with your kids at a baseball game, whatever it is that you're doing. You're making your money work for you. That's just the first round. Now imagine doing this over and over. This is what every single woman should be doing here. I really think every woman, giddy up, find your girls and start doing this. And here in this community, I'm going to tell you, you're going to make amazing ladies because all our ladies here are extremely intelligent, wise. They're professional women. They want the money working for them. They don't want to keep the money just sitting in the bank and allowing the bank to loan it out to other people while they get 0.001% a year and the bank's making 20% back. No, ladies, use your money for it to work for you. Make it work for you. So this next part, we're going to discuss on how to choose the right women. Again, in our group in Sisterland Investors, our ladies are professional women. The majority of you are either dentists, lawyers, attorneys, doctors, other real estate investors that do house flips. I know a lot of the ladies here do homes, they're agents. There's so many of you that are extremely smart, wise, moms, stay-at-home moms because they can, because they choose to. And you ladies here, if you choose the right woman, it's crucial to know what to look for. How to choose the right woman is extremely crucial. It's not about who's the loudest friend. It's not about who's your best friend. Not your most emotional friend. You don't want emotions, too much emotions. It's good to have some emotions, but not too much. Not someone that's desperate for money because desperation won't get you anywhere. Most of these ladies have to be calm and collective because when you're desperate, you give off the wrong energy. So we don't want to be desperate. So what do we want, Elizabeth? Emotional regulation, where they can stay calm under difficult situations, try to evaluate different avenues. Long-term thinkers, growth-minded, clear communications. We have to be extremely clear. Your money's going to be tied up for 3 to 5 years, or you're not going to get a return of investment within a year, 12 months. You have to communicate very clear. This is the interest rate. This is how we're going to split it, etc. Everything has to be communicated extremely clear. And if it doesn't go the way you said it the first time, you have to constantly be communicating. And then, of course, willing to sign an agreement. You must treat this as a business. All of you. Start thinking like banks, start thinking like business ladies, even if you're working at even if we love our ladies, because we do love our ladies, but we have to protect ourselves and our families. Ladies, and especially if you love these ladies, they could be your BFF, they could be your coworker. We love them. We talk to them daily, but make sure you have these in place. Operating agreement, clear roles, defining exit strategies. And again, we have great attorneys that we work with that helps you with all this, with agreements, with roles, with strategies, everything in writing. And the attorney drafts up the agreement and puts it to work for you. And all you have to do is sign with your best friend or your cohort, whatever it is, but make sure everything is clear. Clarity prevents conflict, and we don't want any conflict. So how do we structure this? It's extremely simple. I'm going to go over it real quick on how we structure this. You can do this a few ways. Option 1, a simple LLC. Create an LLC and we tell them we're going to pay you off on the first one that we sell or the second one that we sell. Make it clear so they know. So yes, option 1, you could create an LLC. All partners own equal shares. Operation agreements are defined. The voting rights, the profit splits, the exit rules. Again, our attorneys are wonderful at creating all this, and you don't have to worry about that. Reach out to us if this is something you decide to do with your sister, with your cohort, with another friend of yours that you're working with. Option 2, managing partner model. So this is another option that a lot of ladies have is option 2. So one of the ladies here will source the deals. It will find it, manage it, operate it, do all the due diligence, and the other provides the capital. Again, this is what here at Sisterland Investors, that's what we do all the time. One finds a deal and one provides the capital. I think it's a beautiful partnership. You both agree on who gets what. It's a win-win. You decide that. And again, if you don't know, make sure you sign up for our Sisterland Investors course online. We discuss a little bit about that and we go into depth on our calls one-to-one. One-on-one calls, we'll discuss all that. Again, the effort is fairness, like who's putting in the most effort, and it's usually the people that are doing all the due diligence. But the ones that provide the capital are you're getting a nice interest rate back, more than you do in your bank for sure. And you're getting it quicker than stocks and bonds. You might get it in 3 years, 5 years, whatever the agreement may be. The power of owner financing. I love owner financing, in case you did not know, ladies. Here's what magic happens. When you sell land with owner finance, you become the bank. The buyer pays the down payment, monthly payments, and interest. And if they default, again, if you haven't heard in the past, if they happen to default, you keep the land. And it may be worth a little bit more by now. If it's been 2 years or 3 years, you resell it. And again, land notes are powerful. Unlike houses, there's no toilets, no tenants, no termites, no foundation issues, just paper and dirt. And this is why we love this. Why does this work so well for women? Because it's calm. It's just dirt and paper, nothing else. It's predictable and you structure it the way you like. You're not rehabbing a house. You're not fixing a foundation. You're not managing contractors, and you're not answering the call at 2 a.m. about AC not working or the toilet backing up. You're just reviewing deals, numbers, notes, and then you're collecting the money monthly. This model allows women to raise children, run the business, or go to your corporate jobs 9 to 5 travel, and live intentionally while your money works for you, while income is being generated. And that is what we call generational design. So for the spring activation plan, if you're listening right now and thinking, oh, I want this, Elizabeth. Step one, identify women that you trust. Step one, make sure you get the book, The Sisterland Investors Blueprint, or join the course on sisterlandinvestors.com to learn on how to find these pieces of land. And then step two, identify a woman you trust that you can communicate. If anything goes sour, you won't lose a friend. Find a woman that you trust. Step three, host a little meetup where we could discuss land wealth dinner with wine as an option and numbers required. So this is important so you can communicate to your friends or family or cohorts what you're doing and how you're doing it. Step four, discuss. Discuss the contribution amounts. Be very clear on the contribution amounts, the risk, the tolerance, the timeline, the roles that different women will take. And then finally, the final step, step five, commit to analyzing one deal together within the next 30 days. Very simple. No 6 months, no someday, no maybe tomorrow, none of that. Spring is the planting season, then you must start now. Again, the bigger the vision, the bigger the dream, the bigger the outcome. Now imagine this. Your small 3-women fund works because you build a portfolio of notes, because you don't just do it once. You do it 2, you do it 3 times, you do it 4 times. Make sure you put back into the business. In 3 years, you'll have 15 to 20 notes paying you monthly. And you know what? Refinance, sell part of the portfolio, scale into larger land or parcels or ranches and farms, and create a fund number 2. Continue doing it. This is how movements begin, quietly, intentionally, and very powerfully, ladies. So let's ground this. This requires emotional maturity, written agreements, conservative underwriting, and of course, finally, the most important, patience. This is not a get rich quick strategy. This is build wealth slowly and securely strategy. So the women who win here think in decades, not in weeks. Sister, spring is about growing, but growth requires planting. What if this season you stop investing alone? What if this season and this year you build something collaborate with other women in our group? What if your daughters grow up watching your every move? Structure the deals the way you want them to structure them. Sign operational agreements the way you want your daughters, because they're watching. Review the profit statements. Collect the payments. What if wealth becomes normal in your circle? And it should. Because one of you ladies said, let's build a land bank fund, this podcast was done. So thank you to Jennifer. We did it. I put it out there. Hopefully you find other ladies that are willing to invest with you. If this episode sparked something within you, ladies, share it with 2 other women who might be your partners. And if you want help to structure your first fund or to find your first deal, reach out to us. We're happy to help every single lady here. Join us inside Sisterland Investors. We don't just buy land, we build the banks. Happy spring, ladies, to all of you. Let's plant wisely and enjoy your spring break with your families. Until next episode, we'll see you soon. Take care, ladies.